Hello, friends and family and random strangers who might have come across my video. It's been a while, but here I am with another chapter in the life of Flutter. I know I said I was going to come back with something really fun and exciting for you guys, but life didn't work out that way. So it's been a while with the fire and everything, getting my house back together, and then Juggalo weekend, my anniversary, and everything else that happened at the beginning of this month. But the reason for this video is because I am going to face one of my fears today, and that is going back to the dentist. Now, last week on Wednesday, my anniversary, we had a romantic day planned before heading out to Arizona, and I made breakfast for my babe, and we sat down, we're getting ready to watch a show, and I bit into my crispy, not hard bacon, and felt a crunch, and then felt a very hard something in my mouth, and I ended up breaking a canine. Yes, I know it's hard to tell right now because I have been practicing holding my mouth a certain way so that you cannot see the gigantic hole that is now in my mouth. Well, needless to say, I cried. My husband made me go to the dentist. It has been about 2 years since I've gone to the dentist, and I don't know why I haven't gone. It's not that we don't have dental. My husband's amazing job has great benefits, and he pays up the nose for them, so he made me use it. I'm really glad that he did because it did break the tooth off, but it had actually cracked the tooth inside, and had I left for Juggalo weekend with the broken tooth inside my gum, it could have been really, really bad. So I went to a dentist, didn't know, but I looked up the most gentle dentist I could find because my fear comes from a long history of bad dentist when I'm finally forced to see one. Growing up, I never had a cavity, not one. My mom made me brush my teeth no matter what I was doing. Mom, can I go to Trisha's? Did you brush teeth? Ooh, what'd you get at the grocery store? Can I have that? Did you brush teeth? Everything was, did you brush your teeth? So I literally brushed my teeth 3+ times a day. I was that kid who brought the toothbrush and toothpaste to school and brushed after lunch. And the reason that she did that is because she had very, very bad teeth. She said her enamel was very weak, her teeth were very weak, and they just crumbled the older that she got. And she didn't want that for my brother and I. And my brother already had the crooked teeth and had to go through braces. I did not. I had perfect teeth. I didn't know any of that. Struggles of that. Well, when I was in my early 20s, my wisdom teeth started to come in, and 2 of them were really impacted and 2 of them were coming out sideways. So they need to be removed, and even though I was a little fearful of the dentist just because, hearing all my mom's stories, we went, and in the process of him removing my wisdom teeth, he actually broke 2 of my molars next to it. The tool had slipped, he sliced the inside of my mouth, broke 2 of the teeth, and it was really bad. I had an appointment to go back and get them fixed. I didn't, because I was afraid he was going to mess them up more, and I didn't want to go back to that dentist, and I told myself I was going to go back to someone else, and I just didn't. Cut to a few years later where the teeth had actually, from being broken and being exposed, then they got cavities. From cavities, they needed a root canal. After me not going in for the root canal, eventually the teeth started to rot and fall out. So that's how I lost the first 2 in the back. They were broken, they stayed broken for a long time, and it wasn't until about 11 years ago when I was diagnosed with stage 3 cervical cancer and went through all of that ordeal that my teeth started to fall apart. The older that I got, the worse my teeth got. They almost seemed to crumble in my mouth. Doesn't matter how much I brush, floss, and take care of them, they just seemed to be crumbling. So I did end up going back to a dentist a few years later, or a few years ago, and I didn't have the great insurance that I have now, so we did have to pick something that was on a state insurance, and a lot of things weren't covered. So they couldn't do a lot of the dental work that I needed other than just removing the teeth. So I actually had 3 removed on the top, 3 removed on this, 3 from down here, and 2 more on this side. So with all of those teeth missing, it is very embarrassing to see all the holes in my mouth, because I never did any type of drugs or anything like that that would have caused this. And people seem to get the wrong impression if they do happen to see just how bad my teeth are. So I started to practice the smaller smile or the tilt to the head or whatever it is, so you couldn't actually see what was going on in my mouth. And that worked great until last week when the canine broke. Well, in this process, I managed to find an amazing dentist. As scary as it was, he had to stop a few times because I was shaking so bad. He was so gentle, he was so understanding, and I was so afraid that he was going to break my cheekbone or something was going to go wrong, and he was just going to screw up my face. As vain as that may be, it's one of the one things I really like about myself. So let's not screw it up, right? Well, he didn't, but he did have to take the tooth out completely, and he wasn't able to fix it before the weekend. So, well, my pictures, luckily we went as rockers that first day, and so I had that like resting bitch face or whatever, just kind of mouth not open looks or whatever, and it worked great. The next day, not so much. So I tilt my head a certain way or small little smile or whatever I needed to do to get through the weekend. A lot of people said they didn't notice and that, oh, I thought it was up front when you said you broke your tooth. It is. It is a giant, giant hole. And as much as I don't want to show the world, I will. I will show you. This is the loneliness that I am dealing with. But today I am going back to that dentist and we're going to discuss all the things that we can do. And he's talking about getting a new partial for my mouth. A few years ago when I did have the teeth removed, I did get a partial, which is an insert, kind of like a retainer that has the missing teeth, and it pops in your mouth and it helps so nobody sees the holes in your mouth when you smile, and you're supposed to eventually be able to talk when you eat with it. But it never fit my mouth right. And so he adjusted it a little bit, but in doing so, it started to cut into that canine and it worked a groove into it towards the gum. And eventually I had to stop wearing it. I took it out when we were in Alaska, and it and a few other things got left behind. We paid the lady to send it back, but we never got them back. Sorry about your AirPods, Adam. And sorry about my teeth, but now I'm going back. I'm gonna get a partial that is going to actually fit my mouth, get the dental work done that I need to get done little by little. And I'm going to do this, as scared as I am. It's not the shots, it's not any of that. I'm just terrified. But I'm doing it. It's very important to take care of your teeth. It's very important to take care of yourself. And for years, I cared about everybody else. I did everything for my kids. I did everything for my husband. And I didn't take care of myself. Now I have an amazing husband who makes me put me first. He puts me first, and me makes me put myself first. And I'm proud that I have somebody so amazing like that does that for me and can support me in this way financially as well, so I can get the work done. So today I'm going in, I'm going to see Dr. Kim, I'm going to handle all of this, and I'll be back later to tell you how it went and what the next step is, and hopefully I'll have that big bright smile back that I love so much. I appreciate everybody watching all my videos and listening to me and watching me cry, because for some reason I always seem to cry when I make these videos. But hey, you're seeing me, you're seeing the raw me. If you like what you see, please like the video, subscribe. There will be fun stuff, I swear. I have a list. I have so much fun things to do that I want to share with you guys and I want to add to my channel. It's not just going to be my crying vlogs. Sure, this will be part of it, but there will be some fun stuff too. I do have to say a few thank yous to several people while I was at Juggalo Weekend. I did run into another Juggalo YouTuber, and he did let me know how much he liked what I was doing and told me to keep it up. And that really meant a lot to me. and I will keep it up. I'm gonna keep going, and hopefully my channel can grow, and maybe we can collab on something Juggalo related. I would love to do some Juggalo stuff, not just some broken me Juggalo stuff. So I love you all. Thank you, friends. Thank you, family. Thank you, everyone who watches this. And here's another Fear for Flutter. So off to the dentist. I am due there in about a half an hour. I love you all. Thank you for watching. And here's to facing another fear.